War. It has shaped the history of the Arabian region for thousands of years. From the ancient battles of desert tribes to the modern conflicts that have drawn in global superpowers, war seems to be a constant reality in this part of the world. But why? Is it the land itself, the vast deserts and scarce resources that force people into conflict? Is it the region's immense oil wealth, making it a battleground for global powers? Or is it religion, colonial borders and modern politics, all intertwined into a cycle of violence that seems impossible to break? In this deep dive, we'll explore the 5 key reasons why Arabia has been a hotspot for war, looking at historical patterns, modern conflicts, and the prospects for peace. Stay with us until the end, because the truth is far more complex than most people realize. Arabia, a land of harsh survival and tribal wars. To understand why conflict has been a part of Arabian history for so long, we need to start with the geography. The Arabian Peninsula is one of the harshest environments on Earth, a land of scorching deserts, towering dunes, and little fresh water. In ancient times, life here was a struggle for survival. For thousands of years, tribes fought over limited resources, water wells, grazing land, and trade routes. In this environment, warfare wasn't just about power, it was about survival. But there was another reason war thrived here. Arabia was a crossroads of trade, connecting Africa, Asia, and Europe. Empires and merchants passed through, and wherever wealth flowed, conflict followed. The competition for control over these routes led to constant battles and set the stage for Arabia's long history of war, the birth of Islam, and early religious conflicts. In the 7th century, Islam was born in Arabia, forever changing the course of history. Prophet Muhammad's teachings united the Arabian tribes, bringing an end to many tribal wars. But after his death, conflict erupted over who should lead the Muslim world. This led to one of the most defining divisions in Islamic history, the split between Sunni and Shia Islam. This divide wasn't just about religion, it was about power. The struggle between Sunnis and Shias has shaped the political landscape of Arabia for over 1,400 years. Even today, this religious divide plays out in proxy wars between Saudi Arabia, Sunni majority, and Iran, Shia majority. These two countries don't just compete diplomatically, they back opposing sides in conflicts across the Middle East, fueling wars in Yemen, Syria, Iraq, and Lebanon. The oil boom and foreign interference. The 20th century brought a new reason for war in Arabia: oil. Before oil, the Arabian Peninsula was largely seen as a vast desert with little economic importance. But everything changed when massive oil reserves were discovered in Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Kuwait, and the Persian Gulf. Suddenly, the world's most powerful nations, the US, Britain, the Soviet Union, and later China, became deeply invested in the region. They wanted control over this black gold, and they were willing to topple governments, back dictators, and support wars to secure their interests. One example was the 1953 coup in Iran, where the US and Britain overthrew Iran's elected leader to keep oil under Western control. These foreign interventions destabilized the region, leading to revolutions, dictatorships, and long-term resentment toward Western powers. Colonial borders and the birth of modern conflict. Before World War I, much of the Middle East was controlled by the Ottoman Empire. But after its collapse, Britain and France redrew the map, creating new borders that ignored tribal, religious, and ethnic divisions. These artificial borders forced rival groups into the same countries, creating tensions that still exist today. For example, 1. Iraq was formed by combining Sunni, Shia, and Kurdish regions, leading to decades of war. 2. Syria became a battleground between religious and ethnic groups. 3. Palestine was divided, leading to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, which remains one of the world's most enduring wars. Modern wars and the struggle for power. The late 20th and early 21st centuries saw an explosion of wars in Arabia. Some of the most devastating conflicts include 1. The Gulf War, 1990 to 1991. Iraq invaded Kuwait, leading to US intervention. 2. The Iraq War, 2003 to 2011. The US overthrew Saddam Hussein, leading to chaos and the rise of ISIS. 3. The Syrian Civil War, 2011-present. A revolution turned into a brutal multi-sided war. 4. The Yemen War, 2015-present. A proxy war between Saudi Arabia and Iran, with millions displaced. The human cost of these wars has been catastrophic. Millions have died, and entire generations have been displaced. Can Arabia ever have peace? Despite centuries of war, there is hope for a more peaceful future. Arab nations are investing in technology, tourism, and diplomacy. Countries like Saudi Arabia and the UAE are modernizing, moving away from oil dependency. The big question remains, can Arabia break free from its cycle of war? Or will history keep repeating itself? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into history and geopolitics. Thanks for watching!